Meatball's stripper performance.
Oh God, with the sauce, it
made it made me gag. Like, it was chunky. Hey everyone, welcome to the Showbiz Top 5. I'm your host, Whitney Danhauer.
I'm Lauren Anderson, and if you're new here, we are TV writers for Showbiz Cheat Sheet, and we are once again talking about the Bachelorette. We are living and thriving in Bachelor Nation right now.
Yes, I mean, it's just everything in my timeline, on Twitter, everywhere. It's nothing but Bachelorette news, podcasts, everything. So this week we're talking about 5 WTF moments from week 2 of The Bachelorette, starring Gabby Wendy and Rachel Recchia. Is that how you say her name? Rachel Recchia, or is it?
That's how I say it in my head, but Recchia. It might be. I don't know why.
Recchia? I don't know. I'm going to say that it's
very bad Italian.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Rachel, if I got it wrong. But anyways, number 1 on me this week is, or for me, I should say, is Meatball's stripper performance.
Oh God, with the sauce, it
made me gag. Like, it was chunky.
It was a poor choice of sauce, first of all.
It wasn't sexy.
Was just about to say I don't know, maybe it did something for them, but I personally was like, ew.
I don't think so. From their faces, they look rather appalled. So he is really running with this Meatball enthusiast theme.
He really is. He's literally going by Meatball. But can we also just sidebar for a second and talk about how ABC put them in those ridiculous outfits and then like proceeded to censor the outfits? Not that I needed to see that, but it's just like, why that choice?
Well, originally it was supposed to be a pool party, but due to weather, it got canceled and they switched it to
pour meatball sauce all over you.
Whatever that was that we saw. So that was my number 1 WTF moment from the week. What was yours?
Okay, number 2 WTF moment was Rachel and Jordan Vandergrift's date that was supposed to end in a concert from Ashley Cook and Brett Young, but just ended up being a solo concert for Rachel, which was really uncomfortable for me to watch because I'm like, oh my God, these people came here to perform for this like couple in love, and it's week 2 and they're like, man, they're so excited. But that didn't play out. So
for the record, someone singing to me directly to me,
uncomfortable.
I want to crawl under 7 layers of the earth. And don't dig me up. I'm done. But I got so tickled at the thought of Rachel just sitting there, like enjoying the concert by herself. I pictured like a giant spotlight on her while they sang to her.
Well, they had her in like the back of the theater in the dark. And I was like, is she enjoying this? But like, and the girl, Ashley Cook, the country artist, came out in an interview and said like, oh, that like her initial thoughts were like, this is awkward. But then like, I don't know, she related the song that they sang, Never Till Now, to like Rachel's situation and felt for her in that moment.
I need to know if they had to have switched up the song that they were going to sing. Had to be a last minute change because it was real sad.
Well, I don't know, because this, like the lyrics, if you listen to them, it's like about, I don't know, finding that love and like feeling that connection. But it did sound, it had like a sad quality to it. But I think, no, this is their single. So
oh, okay.
I don't know if they necessarily.
What if it had been like a super lovey-dovey song?
That would have been even better for me.
Like, kiss and make out, kiss and make out. And
can't wait to marry you.
Yeah.
Rachel's just like, womp.
Didn't work out well. So, okay. My next WTF moment from The Bachelorette week 2 is Chris A. Just in general.
Oh, big time cringe.
What was that?
I think it was his attempt at trying to get his 15 minutes of fame. I don't know. It didn't really work.
I felt like he came in and was like, I'm going for that villain role immediately because he did the whole cocky, like, I won't be in here till the end. And he kept calling them fantasy rooms, which sounds like the back room of like old 80s like video rental places that you had to be 18 and older to go in. Like,
not the fantasy suites, the very classy fantasy suites.
Right. No, these are fantasy rooms where like my local video store just had beads hanging up that you couldn't go in. That was like
no guard.
Yeah. Imagine renting those type of videos in public. Just imagine. Who
My
are they?
favorite part of his first conversation with Gabby and Rachel was he was like, "Oh, nice to finally meet you." And they're like about to like give him the business, and he's like, "Oh, nice to finally meet you, ladies. Happy to connect." And they're like, "Please leave. Please show yourself out."
I also didn't like his evil hand rub where he was like, I'm itching to get time with either of them. I'll do either. Like, and the whole thing was creepy and it made me very uncomfy. Very.
He was very, very swarmy. And I also loved how he like walked out with his beverage and he was like, "How does this work? Like, I just leave?" And they're like, "Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Go."
There's the door.
Then he didn't, which was a choice.
He didn't, and he tried to go in and talk some more. But I did like how all the guys at the end
they were like, "Get out."
Leave our chance to puff up our chests and protect our ladies.
Well, Gabby and Rachel enjoyed that. So
yeah. So yeah, Chris A, I'm glad he's gone. I couldn't have handled him for another week.
Speaking of gone, my fourth WTF moment, and this continues with the trend of the chaos this season, the rose ceremony. They, first of all, happy that they're moving this along and getting rid of as many people as they did in week 2. But the fact that the roses are coming from both Rachel and Gabby is just like not helpful to anybody, including Rachel, who has, in my opinion, no idea what she wants.
Rachel seems so sweet and just kind that I'm like, I don't know if you're ready for reality TV because
she needs to focus on herself. She's too worried about everybody else right now.
And I just like, she was crying when she had to leave, like when she had to say goodbye to Jordan because she's like, I feel too bad. And I'm like, it is too early in the game for tears and whispered confessions to producers. This is a marathon, not a sprint. So you gotta really back in, girlfriend, just a little bit. And I'm not knocking Rachel because she seems so sweet, but I'm worried about her. I'm worried that she's gonna get hurt. Worse.
You know what though? Another quick little sidebar, Bachelor stats, she got more screen time, 7 more minutes of screen time this week than Gabby did. So like maybe that narrative is working for her and maybe she's just playing it up for that screen time. I don't know. We'll see. It's a show. Remember this.
Yes, just a show. All right. And our last WTF moment, and it's not necessarily for this week in particular, it kind of is, but Reality Steve, my dude, like I go to him for my spoilers and for what's going to happen because I want to know before I go in to watch it. And I thought for sure that, cannot remember his name, Justin B. Reality Steve said that he had now I will say he did not 100% confirm this. So this is on me for just assuming that this was 100% the answer. So no shade to him, but he was like, I have circumstantial evidence that hints that Gabby took Justin B to her hometown dates. So, which,
I mean, how could you mix that up? How could you confuse that? Maybe this is one of those things that they're like, I don't know, he begs them to come back or something.
Well, it could be.
Feels too early for that,
but also these men, they all look very similar to me. I could not keep up with them. There's so many of them and they all have like that same facial hair and build and there's a lot of J names this season. So I'm having trouble keeping them all straight.
I always feel that way, especially this early on. I don't get emotionally attached to anybody because I'm like, I just don't know you people yet.
Right. Yeah. Oh no, I'm never emotionally attached to anyone on the show, to be honest.
Oh no. Fantasy Suite time, I'm like rooting for somebody. It's just definitive.
Yeah. I'm not rooting for anyone ever on the show, but
we have some weeks until we get there.
Yeah. That does it for this week. We want to know what your WTF moments are for the Bachelorette. We would love to hear them. You can always comment in the comment boxes down below, or you can add us on Twitter. We're at Showbiz. No, we're at Cheat Sheet. I always get this mixed up. We're at Cheat Sheet. We're at Showbiz Cheat Sheet on Instagram and Showbiz Cheat Sheet on Facebook. So give us a follow, like, subscribe to our videos. We have tons of interesting interviews with celebs from tons of people on the Showbiz team. So you definitely want to check those out, but we will be back next week with another episode of the Showbiz Top 5. So I want to thank everybody for watching and I hope you tune in next time. Thanks guys. Bye.
Later guys.